This is Stan Craftson's fault. He made this video on how to make a hacky sack. I gave it a try, but I'm uncoordinated with my feet, so my hacky sack turned into juggling, and now I learned how to juggle. So this is all Stan Craftson's fault.
Hello everyone in Cyberworld, welcome back to another video. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Richard.
And this is our channel we call Poor Man's DIY. This is week number 8 of our renovation series. This week we're going to talk to you about how to install a toilet.
That's right. A lot of people probably have the impression that replacing a toilet is quite difficult to do, and so they end up hiring a plumber. We hope that on this video we're able to show you that it really isn't a very difficult process, and you could do this on your own and save a lot of money by not hiring a contractor or a plumber to do this.
If you like the content of our video, please hit the subscribe button below.
Also, as we always mention, if you don't mind, take the time to leave a comment, positive or negative. It actually helps us to grow and improve on our videos. We do read all of them, and we do reply to all of them. Also, I'd like to mention, we have our newest shirt. So if you'd like to check this out, look at the store below and purchase one for yourself.
And with that, cue music.
Okay, in order to remove this toilet, the first thing that we're going to have to do is shut off the water so no additional water comes into this. And you do that with a valve on the bottom and the back. Turn it clockwise, and that shuts off the water. All right, now we're going to be draining the tank and the toilet, and the only way to do that is actually you're going to have to go in. So it's just a matter of going to the bottom of it and draining it.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is remove the toilet, but in order to do that, you're going to have to take these caps off right here. So just pop that off and take a wrench and push it on there, or place it on there, and start unwinding and unscrewing.
All right, now we're going to have to disconnect the hose from the wall and the toilet itself. And that's done here by simply removing this. Right, now the toilet itself, everything has been disconnected, drained, and it's ready to be taken off. However, the bottom of the toilet is likely to have a sealant, a silicone sealant, that has to be removed. A lot of tanks, bathroom tanks, are actually two parts. The tank is not a part of the toilet itself. So when lifting this, do not lift from the tank. Grab the toilet itself anywhere you can and lift from there. This is what's referred to as a wax ring. It's a sealant that keeps the water from after a flush, from ever coming out from the bottom of the tank. Again, it's nothing but wax. So what we're going to do here is scrape it off and throw it away. So once again, we're going to have to use a towel that I am definitely going to throw away when I'm done. All you have to do is shove it in there so that the fumes don't come out. So we finished installing the tile, which we had to complete before we could put the toilet back onto it. If you want to take a look at that video, click on the link above here, and you can see that one. What we're going to do now is, before we can install the toilet itself, we're going to have to put a few attachments to it. First of all, this is a flange here. The flange here is now lower because we've added tile, and so the tile is higher up than the flange. So what we're going to do is we're going to add on a flange extender, which just simply is placed on top of it to make it a little thicker so that this now sits above the level of the tile. We're also going to be sealing this whole thing up with silicone to make it more waterproof. And also we have to install some bolts which are going to be used to anchor the toilet. And so what I prefer to do here is I'm going to actually add the bolts in here first. So this is exactly where the bolts are going to be. We're going to go ahead and seal everything else. We're going to add the extender on top of this as well, and then we'll be working on some wax rings. Let's see what we have to do now. Okay, I actually let this dry out just a little bit so that I could do a dry fit, put the toilet on here to make sure it sat flat. The tiles should have been level the way we installed it, however, just to be safe, we put the toilet on here and figured out if there was any wiggle we would use some shims, but in this case it sat just perfectly on there, so we're not going to need any shims. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a wax ring in here. Now this wax ring, actually there's two different ways to install this. One, you can take this out and attach it to the bottom of the toilet and then place that in here. Or the other option is to put it in here and then place the toilet on top of that. There's pros and cons for both ways. I have found that when you put it on the toilet, if you don't line it up perfectly as you're laying it down, the wax could get moved and it won't sit in here properly. The same thing could happen here as well. If you don't put the toilet straight on, it could move, but in my opinion, with these bolts holding it in the right position, the likelihood is you'll be able to go straight down and you won't have any of that moving around and the wax not setting the way it's supposed to. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here. Simply drop it in the center there. The project foreman helped me line it up and put it in place.
Mr. Foreman now had to reattach the bolts and the caps. Now is the time to reattach the hose and get the water flowing.
Okay, so it took me 2 hands to turn on the water. Big deal.
I'm now laying down some frog tape around the toilet.
Okay, we're now ready to apply some caulk to the bottom of the toilet. Take a look here. You'll see that we've actually used the frog tape. What this will do is you do not have to be a professional caulker to be able to do this, and it's going to come out with a really clean line, just like when you're painting. So I'm going to show you that you can make mistakes. It doesn't matter. It could look really bad. It doesn't matter, because when we peel off the frog tape, it's going to look like a pro. Look how pretty that comes out.
Next week's video will be week number 9, and we're going to show you how to make and install floating shelves.
Yeah, floating shelves.
So until then,
Bye-bye.